Alright, get it all cleaned up.
Everything's cleaned back up.
Might have missed a couple things here and there, but like lots of deburring. Missed a spot. No sharp edges to cut me anymore.
That surface is nice.
It might be flat now.
Yeah, sure it's flat.
Where's your cheap thing at? Your feeler gauge.
Over there.
Over there.
Yeah. Handed it back to you.
That's a 10.
I handed it back to you.
If I put it back away.
Yeah.
It belongs. Yeah. You're here on the surface now. Flatter. Sounds like I feel like crank pin's digging in now. What did you do, gauge?
I handed it back to you.
Top drawer.
Top drawer. This drawer?
No.
Huh?
See the drawer that's open?
Oh.
Top drawer.
Drawer that's open. See? This was mine right here. Yeah. I know it is. I looked at the edge of it.
You knew it? You can identify your tools?
Yeah.
Those were my tools.
Because of this right here. This nice little dent marker right here.
Oh, where it got in the way of something?
Yeah.
That happens, you know.
Well, I got more than 1.5 of clearance.
More than 1,000. I got the crank pin's not flat.
I still got nothing in the back.
Nothing.
The crank isn't flat, so.
I can't help it. Harley's not good.
The crank isn't flat.
Well, it hits over here because it hits the crank pin. See right there. The
Yeah.
crank pin's sticking up. So we're off by the crank pin. Once you get back over here, it's flat again.
Mm-hmm.
I can't correct Harley's screwed up deal. When I press the crank pin in, I press it all the way in.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So
it might.
They overpressed it.
Yeah.
See right here, they overpressed. See, this one here feels pretty good. I'd have to have something flat to put on there too, for sure. Maybe like a flat parallel.
Mm-hmm.
See, it sticks up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's flat here, but not here. That means the fly was doing what?
It's bent.
The fly was like this.
Yeah. That's fine.
Nick in there too.
That's fine. Weight reduction.
Weight reduction.
Yeah, weight reduction.
Weight reduction. All right, we have to live with a crappy ass finish here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Keep saying that. Now you realize that this might not fit in backwards.
Oh, you think?
I know it won't because this is more than an inch and a quarter.
So you just pop this damn ring off. Pop the ring off, and we'll just go ahead and take that off. It's not supposed to move anyway.
They evidently do, because this second one that I've had has been loose. The last one I Loctite it so it wouldn't be loose. I guess I made a wrong mistake. These are what, 3/8? Oh, 5/8.
Right.
Yeah, that's not going to fit in an inch and a quarter hole.
No, not at all.
So that's a one-way install.
Yeah, that's not supposed to move.
It does, because all M8s I've touched have had that loose.
Well, every MH you've touched has been
Screwed up? Well,
abused.
I can't help that.
We've abused it.
Abusing. Now you know there's two different rod lengths here, don't you?
No.
Tapered rods are different length than the full rods
Mm.
by, I think, 9 thousandths.
Why?
And I forget which one's longer.
Why?
I don't know, just to be different.
That's dumb.
It is. So you want to lower your compression, you put one rod in. You want to raise the compression, you put a different rod in. If it's a mix. Put the correct one there, it works. Alright, so now we use our hold down clamps. And we got to make our tool for a lever unit. So we want that for material to work from.
I don't know. That's what we got right there. 3 plates of half-inch square shenanigans.
This is all we got to work with.
Yeah, I don't got nothing else. Oh, I was supposed to go get like a bar or something from
This
work.
looks like it's
huh?
all 1/2 inch.
What does it say?
So 6061 does not say if it's heat treated though.
I'll flip it.
That has no writing on it.
Yeah, bring the one that has no writing
It
on
says
it.
lot number,
Yeah.
but no writing. It should have writing. There's some writing. T611. That means it's good shit. And this was made in 14.
Mm-hmm.
Think that's true?
Yeah.
Or is that just a number on it?
On a good day. Flip it.
Alright, so this here, what are we planning on doing with this?
I thought we were gonna make a plate to bite onto the teeth.
I still don't know how we're going to make that yet.
I don't know either. That was the whole thing. We were gonna make a plate.
It's not exactly a lot of
Like a
biting.
keyway.
There's not a lot to bite on there too. Well, I got to make it off center
Yeah.
so it'll dig in. And we have like a dowel. It won't be a dowel because it's not straight on this side.
Right.
So I mean that's to be an overhang dowel. Which we couldn't do because you couldn't put it on. So I'm not sure how you're going to do that. See, I haven't seen one of these yet, so I don't know what we're going to make yet. But we got to make some kind of a bar that goes in here, pivots off of this, and digs in here.
Mm-hmm.
So we can still use a dowel pin, but it has to be a lot bigger lever than what you got here. And we have to come off of this 1 5/8 hole over here. Come in and dig in somehow. So you can't be on center because that will just spin in a circle. It has to be,
Right.
it has to be offset. So that means if you're on a wide, like a 3-inch wide thing, if you have the pin over here and a hole there, that would be your offset. It would dig in. You rotate until you dig in. Because we only got this little edge, but it's only about 100 deep at most. We have to wedge into that so we can put pressure on it to move it. So, if we're going to do this, we're going to have to, how are we going to wedge into that damn thing?
That would have to be a perfect cut key.
Now you could have a lever that drops down. I think that's how we're going to do it. You have the bar come out, and you have a secondary lever,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like they do on those jacks that go up and down and locks in. So you have a tab that digs in. Boop. And now it can drop you down enough that you can have a dowel. It wouldn't have to be a dowel, it could just be the material itself. It could just be this material that would dig in like that.
Yeah.
It would just be a finger that hits on it. That's all it would take to do it. And you just jack up or down whatever one you want to get on. Just go click, 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 click. So that's what it needs to be. So we have to have something pretty mighty coming out, and then we have to have a drop down. We'll probably have to have a spacer on it with a big ass bolt, a really big bolt, because there's got a lot of force in that bolt.
Mm-hmm.
So probably like a 3/4 bolt or at least a 5/8, something decent. And then we have a finger. The finger could be aluminum, so it doesn't mar anything. If it, we just have to make extra fingers as it eats them up. So that would probably be our best way. We just figure out what we need for the finger length to be short or long, whatever works for whatever it is. But yeah, I wanted to get a big piece of bar coming out to work with, but I was hoping for.
How big a bar?
A 1x2 would be minimum to come up, and then you have to connect it to another bar. We have to put 2 big bolts on that to.
So
big
you
bar.
want 1 inch in diameter?
Well, I'm thinking rectangular, but
Oh, you want rectangle.
Something decent size. A 1x3 would be pretty good. 1x2 would be minimum. And we have to bolt the handle of that. Nice long handle onto that.
Yeah.
That could be just a bar. We have to put a flat spot on the bar, 2 bolts in it, at least 2 bolts on the bar to make it go down. But it's got to be something pretty strong. This piece here has got to be pretty damn strong because they got a bolt to it. And it needs to be about 1 foot long.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
Tape measures down there for grubbing. Down there, I'll use it on camera.
Well, I guess we're on a field trip. Bam, right here.
Put it back. Oh, someone put it back where it belongs.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to find it. It was down here earlier. So we have to go around that. We need to have a decent amount of material going around it for strength. So, yeah, a foot's more than adequate. It could be as low as 10 inches, but a foot would be nice. Because then I can put 2 big bolts here and a lever, and we still have room for our tang here to dig in. We're going to have a decent amount of offset. We can have an inch out the back end, or at least 3/4 inch on the back side for strength.
Mm-hmm.
If it's steel, it could be a thinner material. That's still a big chunk of heavy.
So it can be this material right here.
But we can also make it out of a piece of, we can add it. We can weld a donut on the end of the whatever we have, and you have a round bar here, weld into that. This is just a pivot. Technically, it doesn't have to be that strong because it's on compression load.
Yeah.
So it could be a piece of tubing around this, and we can weld it to the tubing.
Okay.
So if you got a piece of like 2-inch material to work from, that'd be a little light, but
2 inch?
2-inch diameter minimum.
Shit, if you want to cut a 2-inch hole.
Make my own. Make my own out of a bunch of layers of this and start mold them together.
Yeah. Weld them all together.
I'm thinking more like a 4x4. Put a hole through it.
I mean, it is possible. It is possible.
If it's big enough, you can use wood. It might break. Have to be good wood. All right, so you're the thicker it is, the heavier it is too. So you gotta be careful.
Yeah, I do know these things.
So my welder's down, so I can't weld it
How the hell is the welder down, Tatro?
because the handle gave up on it. I'm trying to make it work, but I haven't got to. I don't know how to do it yet. I have to make a welder.
Ah.
I haven't got back to welding shop and see if they got a hold of welder yet. See if they make tools for me. I can TIG weld, but I hate TIG welding. Big thick shit. It just makes it butter. Turns to crap. Steel's the way to go. So if you have a decent bar of steel, like an inch and it could be a big piece of pipe, like some Schedule 80,
I don't know what Schedule 80 is.
like quarter wall,
Oh,
3/16 wall.
Yeah.
It's probably 3/16 wall, like inch and a half, inch and 3/4.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you would have to make the hole.
Usually it's galvanized, which is really fun to weld.
But you would have
But
to
if
make
you had
the
that
hole.
sticking out, here's a handle, and then you weld another donut around this, so you take another piece, put it around here, weld the two together,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll have to put a bolt through here to go through the tube for a tang, and it could be all one piece, just one big long bar.
Mm-hmm.
And the tubing wouldn't be too heavy, so
Yeah, whatever I have at work, you're gonna have to cut a hole
yeah. Need some thick tubing.
because everything we
I
have
used to have a
is
bunch
solid.
of crap laying around, but I don't have that here anymore.
You know where it's at?
Yeah, that big stuff like that's up in those containers.
Up in the mountains. Yeah.
We'll trip away. We can take your car, you get better miles than me.
I was gonna say, well, can we use some leaf springs?
Beach springs.
What?
No.
I mean, I do. I forgot. I threw my leaf springs away.
I know torsion bars work good for a lot of things.
You see, there you go.
But see, that's already a tool. That's a breaker bar. That's a ratchet handle. It's a jack handle. That's a 71 Dodge Charger torsion bar. Got
So
two
that
of them.
means go to the junkyard and go take some type of something.
That flexes when you're going on it. So it's,
Yeah.
but that would have to have a big thing like this to go into it. See, a big piece of schedule, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Something pretty strong.
Some schedule, something.
But I don't know if that's enough to. That does start flexing when you hang on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty strong stuff though.
Right.
But, you have to have a nice big thick tubing like this.
to hold it.
But that's not that big of a tube. That's quarter wall, probably 1.25 inch OD.
So it sounds like I should go to the junkyard and start sourcing some automotive parts for motorcycle.
I'm not sure we can find this piece in the junkyard. It's tube. The big tube.
So I said we cut some leaf springs.
You ever cut leaf springs before?
No, I don't want to either.
They're pretty tough.
I bet. They're weldable.
They're spring steel. They're not very weldable. They crack. They're pretty stout. All right, well that's where we're at for now. So we're out to figure out what we're going to use and make it. But I think the drop down finger is the key.
Yeah, that's going to be what we
that
end up
tubing
doing.
over there is too thin, but that's what the diameter we need. You reach that?
Yeah, that's way too thin.
You're a big boy. Reach back there and grab that. That's the right diameter.
This is fence pipe.
Yeah, it's the right diameter, wrong gauge. I can stop down there at Lorenzo's and see what he's got. 1.5 inches. I don't think he's going to have some quarter wall, 1.5 inches. That'd be a 1 inch hole in the center. That'd be pretty nice.
Right. Yeah, this ain't going to cut it.
You stick that on there like this.
With a donut?
Maybe another foot more length on the end of that, just to make sure you got enough ass in it.
Right. Donut here, weld, donut.
Big finger here. Yeah. Big bolt here with a finger there. So that's 1.5 inches, you said? So 1.5 inches thick wall, quarter wall, 1.5 inches. Okay. You got some of that laying around? That's what we need.
We could probably put the end of a punch right here, and it'll catch it.
No, I just make a little dog. I got a piece of 1/2 inch square.
That works too.
I think there's some 1/2 inch square material in over here on the under my table here. You never know what's laying around here.
There's a square.
Yeah, 1 inch. Yeah, we get some tubing for Lorenzo. Some 2-inch tubing. We can use that. Put that around the hole and weld it to that. That'll probably be big enough. It doesn't have to be real strong because it's going to be under compression load, not that. There's some bar stock. Big piece. I don't see any square stock. I know I got some square floating around. Yeah, I bet you if I got some big square stock, it'll probably... We could use some square. Weld it together with some square. We got under here some brass, some hex, chrome plated hex. Gotta have chrome plated tools when you're working Harleys. Yeah, my selection kind of sucks. I got some more out now, buried. I just have to dig through my stuff so I get down here. This is all threaded bar over here. Yeah. All right, I have to go look through my secret stash outside. Damn, who keeps stepping on something? Me? Damn. Alright, so we need some pipe.
We need some pipe. We need some square stock.
So I need some square stock with 1 5/8 hole in the middle.
Yeah.
Or I need a big piece of tube that's that size. That still works.
2 inches in.
Yeah.
ID.
See, if it's square stock, I don't have to pie cut it. I just weld it. Square stock comes in handy for certain things. Alright, well, we got it figured out. All you gotta do now is make it. There you go. That's how you figure it out. See what you got laying around to make it out of. That's how you figure it out.
That's how you figure it out.
That's how you figure it out. Yep, that's how we do it. What else we
You
got
just
laying
gotta
around?
find it.
Whatever we got laying around here in
See,
metal.
'cause this is the original
That's the real
crank truing machine tool
the real
right
tool.
here.
Yeah, that's the real tool.
Simplicity got us
You
fired.
notice my other handle, my other hammer is missing right now?
Yeah,
It's in the mountains. Yeah, look at that, guys.
Look,
Pick that up.
it's even got
It's got a handle on it
a
already.
donut already. It's a little not round, but
It's oval shaped.
that's it. as far as it goes.
That would work for that. That would actually work. It's a little flimsy, but it probably would work. And you can take another piece of the same stuff about that big and just weld it to it. Square stock. That's easy to come by. And that makes it easy to bolt through too, because it's flat. And if we want round stock, we got some flimsy ass round stock there, but I don't think that's 1 5/8". That's probably 1 5/8 OD. So that's a piece of 2-inch 1/8 wall. So if you have some 2-inch thicker material, 3/16 wall, that'd be nice.
Right.
I think that's 2-inch.
Looks like it.
See, our design changes on demand. Yeah, it's 2-inch. So this is 1 3/4 probably. See, it's close. It's only 100th out too big.
See?
That's why it fit on there. So if I had some thicker wall, it would be just right to fit. Or maybe I just lightly beat it over the end of it to make it round, oval shaped a little bit. So that would work too.
Just a little bit.
So we need some thick wall, 2-inch tubing. Need about 5 feet of it. And I still got to find a little something for a dog. I know he's got a bunch of that 1/2 inch by 2-inch plate.
Lorenzo?
Yeah. He's got a bunch of it over there. So that would work for a dog. Just drop it down. If we're working with square stock, it's easy to work with.
Right.
And all we got to do is plate it up here in the top, and radius doesn't hurt us, and poke our finger in it. But we'll have to take it down there and weld it down there. Use his welder because he has a welder that works. We don't, or I don't.
We don't have a welder.
But I can, you know, I can get that done down there. All right, so that's a game plan of square stock that we got more of. But they got some round stock there too. So.
Yeah, I got round stock at work, but
All right, well we'll figure this out.
it has